Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Imagine holding not just a coin, but a hidden treasure that could change your life forever. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar, born during America's Bicentennial celebration, and the 1997 D. Kennedy half dollar, a modern gem hiding in plain sight, are more than just 50 cents each. They are silent keys to unimaginable wealth. These coins carry history, pride, and the chance of fortune beyond your wildest dreams. So stay with me till the end, because one of these coins will be sitting in your hands right now, waiting to make you a millionaire overnight. The first up, you're holding what looks like a simple 50-cent coin, something most people would toss into a drawer, slip into a vending machine, or forget in a dusty jar. But what if I told you that this very coin, the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar, has the potential to be worth not just a few dollars, not just hundreds, but millions in today's market? Yes, millions. This is not ordinary change. This is hidden treasure. It's a coin born from America's bicentennial celebration, and in the right condition, it has the power to change your life overnight. To understand why this coin is so important, let's step back in time to 1976. America was turning 200 years old. The nation was alive with pride, fireworks, parades, and celebrations of freedom. The U.S. Mint wanted to mark this historic moment forever, so they created special coins, quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins with unique bicentennial designs. But the Kennedy half dollar stood apart. On the front, John F. Kennedy's inspiring profile, a president whose vision still echoed in American hearts. On the back, Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the birthplace of liberty, where the Declaration of Independence was signed. This wasn't just currency, it was history you could hold. Think about it. This coin carries two stories at once. The face of a young president whose life was tragically cut short, and the symbol of a nation that fought for freedom and celebrated 2 centuries of independence. Every time someone held this half dollar in 1976, they weren't just holding money. They were holding pride, sacrifice, and memory. And that's exactly why collectors today see it as far more than metal. It's a time capsule, a piece of America's heartbeat, frozen in silver and copper. Millions of these bicentennial half dollars were minted, but here's where the magic begins. Out of all those coins, only a tiny fraction survived in flawless, untouched condition. And then there are the mistakes, the minting errors. Imagine coins struck twice, coins cut off center, or coins stamped on the wrong planchet. These errors, invisible to most eyes, are golden tickets for collectors. One such error can send the value from 50 cents into hundreds of thousands, even millions. Imagine finding one in an old jar, in a forgotten drawer, in your grandparents' collection. A coin that looks ordinary could secretly be a fortune. Picture this. You open an old wooden box in the attic, and among faded letters and trinkets, you see a half dollar gleaming softly. You wipe off the dust, and there it is, a perfect 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar, preserved like new. What was once worth 50 cents now becomes a key to your financial freedom. These coins, especially proofs or rare mint errors, can ignite wild bidding wars at auctions. Collectors don't just want them, they compete fiercely for them. Because owning this coin is like holding a living piece of America's story. But friends, let's not forget, this isn't only about money. The Kennedy half dollar carries something deeper. The memory of President Kennedy, who inspired hope, progress, and courage in millions. Released during America's bicentennial, it represents a 200-year journey of freedom, independence, and resilience. When you hold it, you don't just see a coin. You feel the pulse of history, the pride of a nation, the echoes of liberty. That's why collectors say, this coin is not just valuable, it's priceless. Fast forward to today. The coin market has exploded with demand, and the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar is one of its shining stars. Auction houses have seen jaw-dropping sales, with ordinary-looking coins turning out to be million-dollar treasures. What decides a value? Condition, rarity, and error. A coin with sharp details, strong shine, and nowhere is worth far more than a circulated one. And when you add an error or proof version into the mix, you're talking about unimaginable wealth. The kind of wealth that can truly rewrite someone's destiny. And here's the best part. These coins are not locked away in museums. They're out there right now, sitting quietly in people's homes, tucked away in old coin jars, hidden in forgotten drawers, or resting in boxes passed down through generations. Maybe you already have one without even knowing. That's the beauty. The extraordinary hides inside the ordinary. What looks like a simple $50 could secretly be the golden key to a new life. So, my friends, the next time you come across a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy $50, don't pass it by. Hold it, study it, and treasure it. That small coin could be your chance at unimaginable fortune, your golden ticket to a brighter tomorrow. History rewards those who pay attention. From 50 cents to millions of dollars, this coin proves that greatness often hides in plain sight. And maybe, just maybe, the treasure that can change your life forever is already resting in the palm of your hand. The second up, imagine reaching into your pocket and finding a $50 coin dated 1997 with a tiny D under Kennedy's neck. At first glance, it looks like just 50 cents, something you might spend without a thought. But what if I told you that in the right condition, this simple $50 could be worth not just a few dollars, but millions in today's market? Yes, this is the story of a 1997 D. Kennedy $50, a coin that might be resting unnoticed in your collection, but has the potential to transform your destiny overnight. The Kennedy $50 series began in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. Since then, it has carried not only monetary value, but also emotional weight. Every edition of this coin tells a chapter of American history, and the 1997 D version is no different. While millions were minted at the Denver Mint, collectors today are not just looking for any $50. They are hunting for those rare gems in flawless condition, the untouched survivors that shine brighter than the rest. That rarity is what elevates an ordinary coin into a treasure worth millions. The beauty of the 1997 D lies in its deceptive simplicity. Most people think of it as just another modern $50, but seasoned collectors know better. High-grade specimens with sharp details, full luster, and no marks are incredibly hard to find. Even more valuable are those struck with unusual errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or coins mistakenly minted on the wrong planchet. Such accidents turn into miracles for collectors, because they represent 1 in a million chances, and those chances can command prices that make headlines. Think for a moment about the thrill of discovery. You open an old coin folder, shuffle through rolls of $50, and suddenly the date 1997 catches your eye. The D mint mark gleams, the details are sharp, and the coin looks untouched. At that instant, you may not just be holding 50 cents. You may be holding a fortune. Stories like these are not rare in numismatics. Ordinary people have stumbled upon coins and pocket change that sold for sums beyond imagination. And in 1997, D. Kennedy $50 carries that same magic of possibility. But this coin is not only about wealth. It is about pride, memory, and national identity. When you hold a Kennedy $50, you are holding more than metal. You are holding the legacy of a president who symbolized hope and vision. You are holding a reminder of America's resilience and progress in the late 20th century. That emotional connection makes collectors chase this coin with a passion, driving its value to heights that simple economics cannot explain. For many, it's not just about owning a coin. It's about owning a piece of America's story. Now let's talk about condition, the true key to unlocking unimaginable value. A 1997 D $50 pulled straight from circulation might still be worth only 50 cents, but one preserved in pristine mint state condition, sharp strike, blazing luster, untouched surface, can ignite a bidding war. Add in the factor of rarity, especially if the coin has an error, and suddenly you are not looking at thousands, but millions. That's why collectors say condition is king, because perfection in a coin is more precious than gold. What makes the 1997 D even more exciting is accessibility. Unlike ancient coins locked away in museums, these $50 are still out there. They sit quietly in coin jars, old drawers, or forgotten collections. Someone could be holding one right now without even realizing its true worth. And that's the beauty of it. The extraordinary hiding in the ordinary, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. It's a reminder that treasures are not always buried deep in the ground. Sometimes they're sitting right in your hand. Imagine the impact of finding such a coin. Overnight, your financial life could change. Debts could vanish. Dreams could come true, and opportunities could open that you never thought possible. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, but a gateway to possibility. The 1997 D. Kennedy half dollar embodies this dream perfectly. It is proof that sometimes the smallest things, the coins we overlook, can carry the biggest fortunes. So, friends, the next time you come across a 1997 D. Kennedy half dollar, don't dismiss it. Study it. Treasure it. Because that small piece of metal could hold the power to change your future forever. From 50 cents to millions of dollars, from an ordinary coin to a priceless masterpiece, the journey of this half dollar shows us that true wealth often hides in plain sight. And who knows, the treasure that could make you a billionaire overnight may already be resting in your collection, quietly waiting to be discovered.